4 events on tonight's schedule: men's rings, women's balance beam, men's vault, and women's floor exercise. And Kathy, on the balance beam, the Chinese competitor Ling Jia is the favorite, but America has Kristen Maloney.
Absolutely. Ling Jia is an artist on this event, but the U.S. can look forward to Kristen Maloney, who was a finalist at the World Championships on this event, and she has been very lucky drawing the last spot.
And on the men's rings, Bart, we've got Blaine Wilson already picked up a bronze medal in the all-around.
That's right. He was a finalist at the Atlanta Olympics. This is a chance for him to win gold here at the Goodwill Games. He'll have tough competition from other American, Chris Lamorte, and Ivankov from Belarus, the reigning world all-around champion.
But first up on the rings, it'll be the Ukraine's Roman Zozulya, who finished 4th in the Goodwill Games all-around, just behind America's Blaine Wilson. Also finished 4th in the April 1988 European Championships.
Greg, he had a 9.7 in the preliminary competition on this event, so he has the potential for a big score. He's a little unlucky that he's going to go first here because the judges tend to be a little tight with the scores on the first performer. And that sort of sets the pace for the rest of them. It happens occasionally that the first guy can win, but it's very unlikely. You have to be a very well-established name to pull it off.
Well, Blaine Wilson will go last, so it may work well for him.
Certainly could. Nice double somersault. He's swinging now. Notice that he's in the inverted iron cross, but he's swinging. The judges take off 1/10 of a point for every swing of the rings. Now, he did a good job to control the handstand there, but he's just a little off, not locking out all those handstands and holding them long enough. That's too bad.
Roman Zozulya of Ukraine starts off day number 4 of Goodwill Games gymnastics competition. Individual event finals, men's rings and vault this evening, women's balance beam and floor X.
The judges require a front giant swing to a handstand like he did there, but you can see this is a perfect angle to see how he wasn't quite vertical in those handstands, not able to freeze the top. The dismount was fine.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, to the balance beam, our first competitor from the Russian Federation. Please welcome Yevgenia Kuznetsova.
Yevgenia Kuznetsova of Russia, 17-year-old, in her tangerine outfit. We'll do the first one on the balance beam.
And Bart, she might have enough clout to be a little less unlucky to go first. She just recently won the European Championships on this event, so the judges are well aware of her potential here. We'd still rather go last, though. I like this routine because it has a little more unusual dance combinations than some of the others, rather than just walking around in between the tricks. And she's got some good tricks too, right here.
Kathy, she tends to be very outspoken. She said at the '96 Olympics, where she was a member of the Russian team, she was disappointed in the crowd that they only cheered for the Americans. You don't normally hear these young ladies to be so outspoken.
Well, she's giving the U.S. fans another chance tonight.
They've already been much more supportive than the fans in Atlanta. I think the people in Atlanta just didn't understand. They were so into the U.S. and how well they were doing that they missed some of the great performances like this one.
Yevgenia Kuznetsova, and the score for Roman Zozulya, 9.525.
Greg, the Ukrainian judge tried to help him. He threw a 9.75, so there is a little politics going on behind the scenes.
Chris Lamorte, not just of the USA, but of Queens, Long Island, New York. The first time he has competed back home, as he says it, since high school. Lived just 30 minutes from Nassau Veterans Memorial Coliseum.
There's his high school coach who's lifting him up to the rings now, Kurt Friedheim. He said that Chris works down on Times Square. He works midnight to 8 as an engineer in an office building, and then he trains during the day. Go figure.
When does he sleep?
Apparently never.
He's a good New Yorker.
The national team coordinator for the U.S. program, Peter Corman, said yesterday in practice, Chris did a routine that could win. Look how low he is in that inverted iron cross. Nobody even dares to go that low.
Unbelievable.
Straight across.
We're so used to seeing them so high, this almost looks strange, but it's gorgeous.
On the men's rings, but will it withstand the challenge of Szilveszter Csollany, the reigning European and World Cup rings champion?
You see there, he's 28 years old, which is almost ancient for a gymnast these days, but he specializes in a couple of events like this one, the rings, and he hopes to compete for a couple more years. He moved back recently to Hungary from Sacramento, where he was living and coaching gymnastics. Beautiful control in these strength moves. There's the inverted iron cross. Great position, very low down into the rings. Another Maltese cross, good style points. There's a front swing to a handstand. The judges require that. Very nice control. There is the back swing to a handstand. That's the other requirement. All he has left now is a nice dismount. He'll be in first place after that routine.
Szilveszter Csollany of Hungary, and the smile revealing his confidence about his routine.
The inverted iron cross, the gymnast's shoulders can't be more than 15 degrees above the perpendicular, which he showed beautifully there. Look at how straight he keeps his body and level as he does the Maltese cross.
Ivankov getting set to perform on the rings, the all-around champion of the Goodwill Games. And the score for Csollany is 9.625, and that ranks him second behind New York's Chris Lamorte. Csollany not happy. Ivankov, 60 million richer. 60 million rubles, that is, after picking up the $10,000 first place prize on the men's all-around night.
I asked him the other night at dinner, I said, what can you buy with 60 million rubles? And he said, exactly the same as 10,000 US dollars. The buying power is the same.
But it looks so good in the wallet.
That's a big wallet. He's so smooth on this event. He has a terrific combination of strength work, plus I love the rhythm that he carries into his swing elements. Nice, clean position.
Had the highest score in the rings in the all-around competition of the Goodwill Games. Bronze on the rings in the '97 Worlds.
Little pressure on him here with American Chris Lamorte in first place with a 9-7 score. Ivankov is going to have to try to beat the hometown boy right here. He may do it.
Oh, that could be the difference, that little hop.
Well, Lamorte took a hop as well, so based on the quality of the two routines, it's going to be very close.
Ivankov awaits his score.
I really like his body positions. Really nice, clean, tight arch, gorgeous, laid out, full twisting double back. There's the slight hop. If he would have nailed it, the gold would be his for sure. Now it's slightly in question.
Lamorte of New York still atop the leaderboard here. Ivankov's score was a 9.675. He is 25 thousandths behind in second. Csollany is third. And here comes a man who could unsettle the top three. This is Alexei Bondarenko of Russia, originally from Kazakhstan. Fourth in the rings in the '98 Europeans, and second in the Goodwill Games all around.
Greg, I have to say about that score for Ivankov, I thought his score was a little bit low. Because he took the hop on the landing, he put it right in the judge's lap, and I think that our hometown gymnast got the benefit of the doubt, let's say there. Nothing against Chris Lamorte. I think he's a terrific performer, but I think Ivankov should be at least tied with him. Bondarenko has the potential to beat both of them, but he'll have to be perfect because The scores are very tight, within 25 thousandths of a point. This is a nice combination. 2 in a row, doubles within the rings, and a clean swing to the handstand. That's the best we've seen him do that. Oh, there's the landing.
Well, Chris Lamorte has things to be nervous about now as he awaits the score of Alexei Bondarenko.
It may be all academic because Blaine Wilson could beat all of them, and he's coming up last. This is an amazing combination. 2 doubles within the rings. The first laid out, the second one in the tuck position. And what's so impressive is how he swung cleanly to that handstand.